Hello everyone. It's your boy Snazzy, and we are here with today's video. Now, it's going to be a very fast review. It's going to be a lightning quick review because this movie is, even though it's 2 hours, and we could go into detail of every little thing that is wrong here, but we'll give our main thing because it's this movie is good, right? I would say it's not a bad movie, right? 100%. It's not a bad movie. And it's a movie you can definitely enjoy. Very, I think I watched it, if I remember. I think last week I watched it 2 weeks ago. I think. I think it was 2 weeks ago now at this point. And this movie, not bad. Like I said, I give this movie, wait till the end. Right? Wait till the end. Uh, this movie has a interesting take, their own take on the Japanese folklore, which you could go check out. I'll probably leave a link to it in the bottom, right? It's originally it's off of this folklore that someone else created, and it's there's this is the modern take, right? This is essentially the modern take on it, right? And like I said, it's not a bad movie, right? Because the first, out the gate, right? Not first, right? Out the gate, a lot of its charm, its humor, its life, I would say, its colorfulness is at the very beginning, right? Not even just at the very beginning, but the first half of the movie, right? Maybe a quarter into the movie, that's where most of it feels really good, like really good. And watching it is very entertaining. I even caught myself like laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, right? So the movie already has me there, right? The movie has me engaged, and I'm enjoying it. So when you're enjoying something, quite naturally, you're going to be locked in onto every detail. You're going to be paying attention to everything being said and heard. So quite naturally, because of that lock in state that you're in, the flow state, right? I feel like quite naturally, it's like the movie does its job, right, of what it's doing, right? So quite naturally, to start off, because of all that, it's animation, right? It's animation and it's visuals, right? The visuals and the music, combining these both together, this movie is amazing. Like, amazing. It looks nice. The world that they're in, the Tsukiyomi in particular, this is the place that we're at. And it looks nice, right? There's like this concert scene where you first concert you see basically of Ichiya, the AI chick, right? The AI chick, right? This chick, she's amazing, right? Her design, by the way, is probably the best design in this whole movie, 100%. Quite naturally, everyone else has pretty cool designs, but they're not as good as her, and she's pretty good, right? The songs that she did were also amazing as well. And like I said, the music here, they got Supercell. I like Supercell, right? That's a bonus, right? Yeah, right. Favorite song down in the comments, mine is My Dearest, right? From Supercell, amazing song, right? But the soundtrack for this whole movie, amazing, strong from the start to the end. Dancing scenes, they look pretty good. You can also talk about like the fighting scenes as well, because the fighting scenes, they're moving a lot for the most part, and I think they're using CGI. I'm not sure, but you know what bad CGI looks like when you see it. And I would say I did not feel that when watching this whatsoever. I probably even throw up a scene or two on up here, and I'm just like, yeah, this doesn't look bad, right? So even though if it is CGI, it doesn't look bad. It actually fits the environment. It doesn't look ugly, right? When it looks ugly, it's noticeable. It makes you not like the episode severely just because of it. Now we're gonna talk about the negatives, which is not too many negatives, right? It's not too many. Well, it's not too many negatives in the sense of like the amount I have, but quite naturally, when it happens multiple times, right, it adds up, right? It happened. right? And it's mainly related, and I put them all into a simple point, but it's all related to Iraha's, not her characteristics or like nothing like that. It's to her story as a whole, right? Her emotional arc doesn't land there, and you can think about that in multiple scenes if you've watched the movie yourself, right? Because they build up her like emotional issues that she has with her mother, but don't fully explain it and never gets resolved whatsoever. And that goes into my next point, right? Her issues with her whole family drama never gets resolved, as if it did get resolved, it happened off screen, right? It happens off screen and is like, okay, well, we don't know how that went. And to also add this in, her mom barely had any screen time on screen. And she barely had, right? Literally, she had less screen time than freaking 1010, right? Wait, the only, just a little FYI, I thought that was kind of funny. It's like, oh, she's transferred her conscious to this AI character in the game. So like, how can they come get her? I'm pretty sure they'll find a way because they can just remove her spiritually from that AI. That's what I would assume, but you know that doesn't happen, right? It's not gonna happen because we're trying to have a happy ending here, right? But quite naturally, those are my negatives, right? Now you'd probably be like, okay, well that wasn't too bad. This is an 8 out of 10, believe it or not. This movie is a solid 8, and that's getting an 8 is not bad, by the way. Getting 8's pretty good. Right? Getting a 7, you're kind of like you're there, but like this article says, it should hit harder. It should hit harder. It should hit harder, but it didn't, right? And like I said, it's because of her emotional arcs, her it's all related to her. Her story got holes in it. Like, that's literally the issue. That is literally the issue with this whole movie. But other than that, this movie is pretty good. It does everything else right. It does really good with the music and animation and its energy and entertaining value that it has, right? So it does good on all that besides that, which is very important to a lot of people to when they're watching something they want to fully understand. So, uh, if you watch this, let me know how you feel about this movie. Leave a comment. Right now, we're gonna do more videos like this where we're just gonna bam, bam, bam. Right, we're not trying to just push them out just like that. But you know, if I watch something and I like it, I'm gonna talk about it. So stay tuned to that. Leave a like, share, do all those amazing things. As always, stay good, stay safe, everyone. Later.